choppers. Ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring, Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids on property. Bubble-eyed beans that look like that be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes. I'm flashing for. I'm on my grind, not no more fashion show.
All right, there we go. There we go. What's going on, everybody? Sorry, we're having technical difficulties. You have me today. I am Sherman Lewis Jr. I am the owner of Squeaky Klean here in South Carolina, also the founder of Klean Success Academy and Klean Success VA Staffing Solutions. So I wanted to kind of really jump right into it right now as we kind of get started. I have a lot of things I kind of want to talk about, but I will definitely want to see what questions everybody else has. So please have your questions, put them in the comments. Do me a favor. I'm not able to kind of switch back and forth with the different platforms. So please, if you are on the other platforms like Instagram or anything else, Facebook or anything like that, please come over and make your comments in YouTube. So come to the YouTube, either go to my YouTube, go to AJ's YouTube, and you can put your comments in there and we should be able to see them. So I'm going to be here today talking to you about automations, and also AJ won't be here today, but he is always watching. So if you have questions, please feel free to once again drop them into the comments section. All right, trying to set everything up. Sorry, I got a little delayed. I was actually watching a video that AJ just did with, I think her name is Maddie Shepherd. And yeah, Maddie Shepherd, it was a very, very good interview. And I haven't seen the whole thing. I had to cut it off, but it was really, really good. She is doing amazing things. So definitely, let me make sure. Yes, serial entrepreneur builds $155,000 per year Airbnb. Maddie Shepherd. Yeah, really, really good. So if you get the opportunity, go in and look at that video. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's get started and see what we're going to talk about today. We have Miguel Hernandez, Los Angeles, checking in. What's going on? Wow, Los Angeles. I appreciate you taking the time to come watch this. And please, if you find value in what we're going to say today, what we're going to talk about today, definitely please leave a like and a comment. All right. So, and if you have any questions, please jump in at any time. And I'm going to try to get to as many comments as I possibly can. And I don't want to go too fast, but I don't want to go too slow either. I'm going to try to probably be here a little bit longer, probably about 30 to 45 minutes, something like that. But if you're interactive, I'll go a whole hour. So we'll see how you guys do. You will determine how this will go today. And like I said, we're talking about automation. So if you're interested in the Klean Biz Network automations, it's an automations program where I partner with my partner, AJ Simmons. And you can go to cleanbizuniversity.com/automations and go there, kind of see everything that the program actually provides for you. And I'm going to talk about that today, to be honest. Some things have been going on this week, and it just made me realize exactly what it is we have, how awesome this program is. We have KJ is best from Tampa. What's going on? And I don't know if I think it popped up, but I didn't say it. Detroit from Adele X 08. I guess that's how you say that. Please forgive me if I got it wrong. But thank you guys. So from everywhere, from Los Angeles, Detroit, Tampa, from all parts of the United States. So that's absolutely awesome. Thank you guys for watching. So let's talk about it. Let's have a real talk. So it was a situation that happened, and this is going to parlay into how automations has helped so many people, especially me, get to where I am and do the things that I've been able to do. And I want to thank AJ for bringing me on board for the automations program. It changed a whole lot of things in my life, and I really appreciate it. But I want to kind of share a story that kind of happened, and then how I reflected towards automations and how important automations is. So my wife my wife's an author. She has a book called Diary of a Cheating Heart. Definitely on Amazon. So if you're there, babe, go ahead and put the link to your book in the comments for me. But she wrote a book called Diary of a Cheating Heart, right? And she's a speaker, she's a realtor, she does insurance, she does a lot of stuff, right? But she's getting into the speaking stage or speaking range, and she had a call with someone about speaking engagements, how to get booked and stuff like that. Everybody has a program, everybody has all these kind of courses and stuff like that. So she was having a call with him. I didn't really understand, know the whole premise of the call, but she had called me in there to speak to the gentleman, and he was sharing with me the stuff about the program. And I started asking questions. One, because I didn't really know the beginning of the conversation. So I was asking him questions, and he was talking about how his program is able to get into, say, for instance, LinkedIn, and be able to find specific people that are in the market for speakers and stuff like that, right? So I started kind of diving a little bit deeper and asked him, well, what software are you using? How are you doing all of this? Because my brain, the things are turning and the cogs are turning. I'm like, hey, how does that work? How does this work? So he was talking about how, he can go into LinkedIn and get all of these contacts using this software. I asked about the software. He told me what it was. I'm not going to share it here, but he told me about that. Then he told me that he also does, his program includes virtual assistants, right? And using those virtual assistants to do different things within the program, in addition to automations and systems and all this other stuff. And then he told me, well, he didn't tell me how much it cost, but my wife told me how much it cost. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. Because I had already figured out how to do everything that he was saying that he does. And I figured it out in my head for the most part, right? So I'm like, I can do all of that stuff. And then I started thinking, after we got off the call and everything, and I heard the price, because I was kind of taken aback from the price, but the automations is only a fraction of what he was charging. So if you know what the automations is charging you, and I said it's only a fraction, then I thought to myself, AJ needs to go up in his price, because the value that the automations gives is so much larger than what anything else out there that I've seen, right? And this is why I say that. I say that because going into the automations, I've been able to create a VA staffing agency. I've been able to write a book. I've been able to create courses. I've been able to create portals for my subcontractors, for my clients to be able to communicate back and forth, a community for my VAs to get information back and forth. I've been able to get subcontractors at the drop of a dime to hire W-2 employees. I learned all of this stuff, and I was able to be able to do these things because of the information that I got in the automations course, right? Now, it didn't break down, okay, this is how you do all of that stuff. I just took the information that I learned from AJ Simmons and the automations course, and I just put it to action. And then as I learned and I started putting that stuff to action, I was able to create these different streams of income, right? And it's absolutely amazing. And I think I kind of took it for granted, because I thought, well, everybody is doing this, right? Isn't everybody doing this? Isn't everybody creating their own VA system? Because in the automations program, it actually, he actually has a program called in-house lead generation service, right? In-house lead generation service actually teaches you how to get your own VAs and to create a program where you can get your own leads, right? Now, by all means, you can go to AJ Simmons, the Klean Business Network, and buy your leads, and they are absolutely amazing. They get you actual appointments with decision makers for cleaning services, right? So it's not like the other ones where they will get you leads and then they sell those leads to a bunch of other people. So it's not like recordings from the appointments. The appointments get sent to you. You can hear the recordings of the VAs talking to the person that is a decision maker. It's absolutely amazing, absolutely worth it. And once again, he should charge more for that because other people sell leads, he sells appointments, right? But he teaches you how to create and do your own within the in-house lead generation service. But that in-house lead generation service is in automations, right? So you get all of that in automations. So I learned how to actually hire a VA, right in automations. I learned from the automations program how to hire them. I learned how to pay for them, and from that information, I was able to figure out, okay, well, I can take this to the next level and I can learn how to get a lot of VAs. I can learn how to train these VAs to do what I need them to do within the cleaning industry, right? And now I can start having my own VA staffing agency that I can farm out to cleaning business owners that are looking for VAs, right? And I learned that in automations. It's absolutely amazing, right? And let's see, before I keep going on, thank you. Look like it's Miss Alamar. I'm not going to try to say your first name because I may say it incorrectly. Watching from the ATL. Wow. So we have ATL, we have Tampa, Detroit, and Los Angeles watching. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. And hopefully we can provide you with some much needed information, some value added information. If you have questions, please be sure to put your comments in the comment section. And if you're following from any place, so I think Miss Alamar, you're on Facebook. If you want to make comments, do it in YouTube for me because I'm not able to see those comments for some reason all the time. And I think AJ figured it out last week. And I think AJ figured it out last week why. But if you're able to get onto YouTube, put your comments in there. But I'm going back to the VA. So I was able to create that from the information I learned in the automations program. And if I can do it, everyone else can do it too. You can create courses, you can automate your business, you can learn how to start delegating things out to other people within your staff or on your VA side, your admin side, whatever it is, you can learn how to do all those things. And so with the automations program, and I don't want to be all over the place, but with the automations program, we provide you with automations that's already created for you, right? Automations is already set up so that you don't have to kind of figure out and think, hey, did I do this? Did I send this notification to this person? Did I follow up with that other person? Does my staff, my VA, my admin, or whatever, did they do this? It's so many things that you don't have to worry about because you can automate all of that stuff, right? So now, and we have more people, and I'm going to go in before it gets too kind of carried away. I'm going to go ahead and kind of say hello and shout out to everybody. And once again, if you're anywhere other than YouTube and you have comments, do me a favor, go to YouTube, either my channel or AJ's channel. My channel is Sherman Lewis Jr. And you see it right down below. I think it's on, there it is, right down here where it says at Sherman Lewis Jr. Go to my YouTube, put the comments there, or go to AJ Simmons and put the comments there. That way I'm sure to get your comments. I don't want to miss anybody that may be on Instagram or any other of the other platforms. Let me slow down. Okay, so we have, it looks like Kiwa Martin watching from Tampa. Okay, I'm not sure if I said that one already. We have Felipe from Beaverton, Oregon. Wow, that's crazy. Awesome. And we have Naisha Melvin watching from Charleston, South Carolina. All right. Are you familiar with Charleston Tidy? He's one of our good CBN members who's down there in Charleston, South Carolina. If you haven't, you need to reach out and kind of follow him on his pages. It's Charleston Tidy. Check him out. Definitely has great information, very knowledgeable, has been in the business for some years, and he can definitely share some information with you. Check him out. Okay. So I'm gonna keep going and talk about the automations because I can't pump it up enough. What the automations did for me, I made a video a while ago and I was talking, I think I probably was in my truck driving around, and I was talking about how I was able to have a list of subcontractors. And I have an extensive list of subcontractors, and these subcontractors have gone through my onboarding process where they fill out a form, they fill out an application. And from filling out the application, we decide whether there's somebody that's going to move along in the process, the hiring process, the onboarding process. Then they'll schedule an appointment, right? Once they schedule that appointment, It'll pop up, give me a notification, letting me know when the appointment is, letting me know what time the appointment is. All of my appointments are Zoom for the initial contact. They're on Zoom. I get my calendar kind of organized so that I don't have overbookings. So one person can schedule an appointment for, let's say, 6 o'clock. Then once that person is scheduled for that 6 o'clock appointment, nobody else can schedule within that time unless I set it up that way. Also, once that happens, right, it sends them a confirmation letter letting them know, hey, we received your email or your application for employment as a subcontractor or W-2 employee. It works both ways, right? We get that notification, they get the notification letting them know that we got it, and then we're looking forward to our meeting. Even so, once their meeting begins 24 hours ahead of that, it sends them a reminder. Then I say, I think an hour before that, it sends them another reminder letting them know, hey, you have an appointment. This is the link to your appointment. Just a reminder, right? After that, like 10 minutes before, it sends them another reminder so that they don't miss their appointment. This is all automated. I have not talked to the people at all until we have the interviews, but all of this is going on because we automated a process that actually makes all of this stuff happen, right? So what does that mean? It means it saves you time, right? It saves you time. It saves you energy. It saves you, just it keeps, personally, and I'm going to speak from my point of view, it keeps me from losing my freaking mind because I have so many things going on at the same time. There's no way if I'm just writing it down on a piece of paper, putting it on a spreadsheet, that I'm going to remember all of that stuff. I'm going to miss an appointment, right? I'm going to miss a task I should have taken care of. I'm going to forget to put in payroll. I'm going to forget a lot of stuff. But because I have this stuff automated, it allows me to still communicate with people because I don't have to communicate with the people that have filled out applications at all until I initially talk to them on their interview, right? That could be, they could have filled out an interview a month ago, right? And I don't have to remember that because it's going to automatically slot itself in my calendar. It's going to automatically block everybody else out so that I don't have to remember it. So I can focus on growing my business. I can focus on following up with potential clients, right? I can follow up on revamping systems to make sure my subcontractors do what they're supposed to do or my employees are doing what they're supposed to do. All of this stuff I've learned in the automations program, right? So I want to go to another comment right here. We have Miguel Hernandez says, is the automation course suited for larger companies looking to expand, or will it be beneficial for small companies as well? So the answer is yes, right? The answer is yes to both. It benefits larger companies, no matter what stage of your business you're in, it will benefit you in letting you be able to automate things, letting you be able to systemize things. If you're larger, you've gotten to be a large company for a reason. You've done something right, right? But if you're looking for other things to do to even take you to the next level, that means you still have room for growth, right? And how can you grow? The best way to grow, and I always say it, you have to automate in order to elevate, right? And what is automations? Automations are systems that you have in place that take you out of being the person doing it real time, okay? So say, for instance, you have to schedule, like I just said, onboarding, right? Normally what I would have done is somebody said they'll call me or they'll go to my website, they'll fill out an application. So now I have to review their application. I have to decide, okay, is this a person that I want to bring in for an interview? Now I have to contact them, letting them know that I received their application. Let me send them an email, right? The email is never the same because I'm doing it by hand. I'm doing it myself. After I do that, I have to wait for their reply. I send them a link to schedule their appointment, or if I don't have my automation set up, hey, when are you available? So we're going back and forth with emails, trying to coordinate all of this, right? Once we coordinate it, okay, well, we can set you up on an appointment on this day at that time. Are you available? No. Well, what about this day or that time? Are you available? No. In my automations that I have personally, and within what you'll have in the automations program, it'll give them a selection of dates and times that you have available. You don't have to sit around and try to figure out, okay, what about this time? What about that time? They'll go to your calendar that they get to from your link and be able to see what times you have available to have an interview, right? Once they select it, you'll get the notification, they'll get the notification or confirmation that it's been done, right? So imagine doing that real time by yourself. No, I don't do it that way. Automation handles all of that for me. So I don't even have to think about it. I don't have to go and look at my calendar and see, okay, do I have something scheduled for this time? Hey, are you available this time? No? Okay, well, I have this time. No, you're not. No, they just go in and select what I have available, right? And then they decide, is that something that works in their schedule? It's as simple as that. And the reason why I say it works for smaller companies, because no matter how small you are, I think the information that's included in the automations program is next level. Okay. First of all, his starter course is amazing by itself. Okay. But this is next level stuff. This is taking your business to commas and to 1, 2, 3 numbers to the left of those commas. You see what I'm saying? It's elevating and leveling up your company faster than you can imagine, because everything is systemized, everything's automated, right? So you don't have to worry about, oh God, did I remember to do this? Did I remember to do that? So yeah, it's great for both. And I think the information alone that comes with the automation course, whether you're a larger company or a smaller company, is going to take your business to the next level. So to make a long story even longer, yes, it is definitely a great course for you to get in, no matter what your size is. We have Charleston Tidy, Trevino. What's going on, man? I appreciate you, brother, watching. Definitely, if you have any questions, and we got to have a meeting soon, but if you have any questions, please put it in the comments. And like I said, for those of you that are just coming in and you didn't hear my my spiel before, if you are on anything other than YouTube, do me a favor, and you have questions or anything like that, do me a favor, come over to YouTube, put your comments in there, and I'll do my best to get to all of those comments as quickly as possible. And it's crazy, we're already at 6:30, so I need some questions, or I'm going to keep going on with my story about how automations is absolutely amazing. Once again, cleanbizuniversity.com/automations, and then you can go there and you can sign up for the automations. You get me, you get AJ, you get funnels that are already prepared for you. You get a website that is already, well, the template to the website that's already there for you. You have different kind of tools that are already set up for you. You have automations already set up for you. You have weekly calls where you can come in and you can kind of ask your questions or anything like that. You have access to me and AJ to ask your questions individually within our community, right? So anything, we're a family here, and anything that any questions you have, you can reach out to us and we can get back to you as soon as possible. And if we don't get the opportunity to get back to your question, there are so many, legends and big time people in the community that will actually reach back out and answer your questions, as if it's me or AJ, and they may even have better experiences that they can easily or better, more efficiently answer your question better than we can, because, we're only, you're only one person. They may have had experiences that we just haven't had. So definitely do me a favor and put your questions in YouTube. Okay, I don't know what that was. My wife just sent me a text message. I don't know what that means, but I'll go back. But let's see. Charleston Tidy, he has another comment, says, as I add my subs to the CRM, how do I restrict their access? Okay, so what are you, I would need to know, what are you restricting their access to? If you, as a matter of fact, this is what I could do. I don't know if AJ wants me to do this, but AJ's not here to fuss me out. He can fuss me out later. So let me see if I can figure it out for you right here, and I can do it real time and show you. Okay. So bear with me as I get my screen ready. And entire screen. Let's bear with me a second, people. All right, I think I'm here. And let's share as soon as it pops up. Boom. Okay, so in order to restrict the access to your subcontractors, you're going to go over to, and I'm going to go back. Well, yeah, I'm gonna stay here. You're gonna go to settings, and settings is gonna take you to this second screen. All right. Once you get there, see if I can scroll down so I can get to it. There it is. So my staff, you're gonna go to my staff. And I apologize for the delay. It's taking a second to load up. But you're going to go to my staff. And then within my staff right here, if you go to whatever sub or person you're referring to, if you click on edit, and once that loads up, this is where you're able to manage your team's access and permissions, right? So if you scroll all the way down to roles and permissions, right here, it breaks it down and it gives you different options you can go from. So let's say, for instance, I want to go to, let's say, blogs, right? This is where you are allowed to do all of that. You can give them access, either full access, or you can take something away from them. If I want to click on it and take contacts away so that they can't see contacts, then I'll do that, right? Or forums, same thing. This is where you do all that. Or if you want to kind of do it, if it's say multiple options here, you can select this right here and it takes all of it off. Or you can select it and all of it will pop on. So you want to go to your My Staff, you go to the individual that you're referring to, and you have the ability to change their permissions in whatever area of the CRM that you're referring to. So hopefully that answers your question. And thank you for that. I appreciate that. That gave me something to talk about, right? So with the CRM, that you automatically get the CRM once you join Klean Biz Network. So if you join Klean Biz Network, you get access to the CRM that allows you to do so many things. The CRM allows you to, get all of your accounts in one area, in one section. You can communicate with them through email, by calling, through text message, if you have that set up. The other thing that you can do that I love, about the CRM is that you can manage all of your social media from the CRM, right? So you don't have to go logging into Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that other stuff. You don't have to do that, right? And I'm not really talking about the CRM and Klean Biz Network, but I'm letting you know how this one area, once having a CRM, is going to allow you to systemize your business, right? And that's where the automations comes in. It systemizes your business. So here, you systemize your business. You can say, for instance, have a VA have access to your CRM and they can handle all of that stuff for you, right? That's automations. That's being able to delegate that to somebody else to do the job so that you don't have to do it, right? There's so many things that you can do with it. So the CRM is absolutely amazing. All right. Miguel Hernandez said, can you repeat the link? Oh, absolutely, for the automation. And I'm going to figure out how to make it come across the bottom of the screen. If I can, banners. Let me go here. And let's see. He does this. Here we go. Boom. There we go. I am cooking with grease now. So if you look down at the bottom, you see cleanbizuniversity.com/automations. Do me a favor. Click on that now. Go ahead and join the Klean Biz Automations program so we can help take you guys to the next level. You can talk to me and AJ, and we can definitely get you going in the right direction in order to level up your business. Okay, let's keep going. 6:36. I got a few more minutes in me unless you guys have more questions. But let's see, where was I? I was talking about VAs. I was talking about I created a platform, or I created a course to train my VAs. And in training my VAs, I was able to use those VAs to be hired by other cleaning business owners. Now, I'm not saying that to promote my VAs. I'm saying that to promote the knowledge and information that I got from the automations program to help me learn how and figure out how to do all of that stuff, right? This is not something that people just openly share, right? It's not, you can figure it out. It takes some time. You can go to Upwork, right? And I'm gonna tell you Upwork. Upwork was the first VA staffing that I went to, right? And with Upwork, you'll learn that Upwork, they actually handle almost everything. They handle, once you kind of select from the list of VAs that they have, you go in, and I don't want to say too much about it, but you go in and you decide, hey, this is the person I want to hire. Once you decide that you want to hire that person, you can't talk to that person until they actually start, right? They pay the VA, they give the VA clock in and clock out software to use. And with that, they decide how much the VA gets paid off of what you pay the VA. So you don't have any control over it. They tell you how much that VA gets paid and stuff like that, right? Well, I was able to figure it out how to break that down and basically reverse engineer that process in order to be able to hire my own VAs. There are different platforms out there that you can use to hire VAs, but once you get them hired, you can set it up in your CRM and you can automate the whole process, giving them access to certain areas of your CRM. Like I said, my VAs, they will do my social media. My VAs will set up my calendar, right? And this is all automations. And this is, I'm going back, this is automations. This is not promoting VAs. This is saying how you can automate your business. And this gives you the opportunity, gives you the time, the free time, because we always try to say, okay, why did you start the business? To get my time back, to get more money, all this and the stuff and this. And in order to get your time back, you don't realize once you start a business, you lose your time, right? So you started a business to get your time back. But once you start a new business, you lose your time. So now you're fighting back to get back the time that you said you wanted in the first place. That's where automations and systems comes in. Once you set up your automations, you set up your systems, you set up your processes, you put people in places to delegate all of that stuff to, which is where the VAs come in, which is where your staff comes in. Now you get that time back. So now you're no longer working in your business, you're working on your business. So now you're following up on leads. You're doing walkthroughs if you haven't systemized that to somebody else, right? You're doing proposals if you haven't systemized that to somebody else, right? Invoices, all of that other stuff, but you're working on your business and you're not working in your business. So now you have the time to do all of the stuff that you kept saying you wanted to do, but you got so tied up doing admin work, okay? All right, so hopefully, Miguel, that you see it down at the bottom, cleanbizuniversity.com/automations. We have another comment from Charleston Tidy. I am currently building websites for my subcontractors. Website, okay. For those who already have existing websites, which domain hosting provides will be supported within the CRM. Providers. Off the top of my head, I don't know like all of the providers. I don't know that. I would ask AJ or I would ask tech support which ones. I could probably go and look, but I don't want to kind of look in this. I can go look and figure it out, but I've never really had to figure that out. But I know GoDaddy works. I know I use something that works. I think it's like called iPage. There's a lot of others. Matter of fact, I just got another domain, and that's from what's the name of that domain site? I don't know, but there are multiple ones. You just have to be able to set it up and be able to link it to the CRM. So I'm sure most of them will work. I don't know why, if you're having any issues, that it's not working. And if it's more of on a tech side issue like that, I would reach out to tech support because they may know something a little bit more technical that I wouldn't know, or reach out to AJ. He knows a lot more of the technical issues that happen with the CRM that he can speak a little bit more to than I can. I'm more the automations tech guy, right? So I can automate, I can figure out automations, but if you want to go into stuff like that, definitely reach out to tech support or to AJ directly. But you're in automation, so you got connections to him. So definitely reach out and check with him. But great question, though. That is a real great question. So let's kind of piggyback on that. And this is kind of leaning back towards the CRM, which I'm trying to go back to automations, but it kind of goes hand in hand. You can bring your domain over. Like if you have a domain, you can bring your domain over and host it within the CRM so that you don't have to pay hosting fees somewhere else. You can do it right here in the CRM, and you're already paying for the CRM anyway. But let's get out of that. Let's go back to automations. I have a few more minutes that I can kind of put in here. So I'm going to let's talk about subcontractors. I had a call earlier today about subcontractors and onboarding subcontract. Namecheap. That's it. That's the one I use. So Wichita Pro Cleaners just said Namecheap is where you can get a domain or a website. That's the one that I recently used. I couldn't remember the name of it, but I appreciate you. So yeah, but you can, once again, I just recently got that domain and was able to link it up to my CRM. And to this day, my that link is being used. As a matter of fact, I use that link for the book that I wrote, which you see right up here, right there. the invisible bottleneck. There you go. So yeah, you can do that. Appreciate you. Let's see. We have also another question. I work about, oh, Miguel, appreciate you. I work about 60 hours a week. Therefore, lead generation is tough for me to do. I can understand that. It's 60 hours, tough for anybody to do. Will the automation program teach me how to have leads coming in without me doing all the cold calling? Well, it will. So yes. And well, let me kind of be a little bit more transparent. So the automations program will teach you how to create your own lead generation system. Okay. So lead generation system entails hiring VAs from overseas, creating a system in order for them to do the calls. And that's how your leads will come in there. And there it'll be working on autopilot. So you won't necessarily be doing the cold calling, your VAs will be doing it, right? So yes, to answer your question, yes, it will. Hopefully that answers your question. But the VA, the in-house lead generation service is within the automations. You get everything when you get automations, from the starter kit, the in-house lead generation service, automations, anything you can think of is in the automations kit. But if you get the VA or the in-house lead generation service, you don't get all of the other stuff automatically. So that's just to let you know. And Charles Tidy says, lastly, I want to automate before, after pictures. Is there an existing workflow to support that? Okay, so I'm glad you asked. I'm going to tell you something that one of the tools that we created, and I'm using it or implementing it now. So it's a tool, and I'm not going to show it here, but what I'll do is, Trevino, I'll hit you up and I'll send it to you. I haven't uploaded it to everybody else because it's not finalized with the automations portion of it. But what it does is it's sort of like a service verification system, where they'll go into the tool, they'll put in their information, their name, the client that they're working on, when the job was done, the date. And in order for them to submit it, right, I have it so that they are required to send before and after pictures within that tool, right? So when they send those before and after, when they upload those before and after pictures, then they're able to submit the request or the submission. They're able to submit the tool, the verification. That's what they're able to submit, the verification. And for my subcontractors, if they don't submit the verification, it does not they're not confirmed, or it's not verified that they completed the job, so that they know that if they don't do the verification, I can't be sure that they completed the job. So then I can't pay them for it, right? Because I don't know they did it. So with subcontractors, you can't do a clock in, clock out system, but you can do a verification to ensure that they did the job. So before and after pictures, you can have it set up where they put it in there. Once they submit it, now you know that the job was complete because you have the before and after pictures. You have the location. Well, not like GPS location, but you know the account location. So you don't really have to worry about it because you have the pictures that they already uploaded. So, but just kind of shoot me a message, and because I'll forget by the time I leave my man cave and go to the house, I'll probably forget to send it to you. But I'll go ahead and send that to you. So yes, hopefully I answered your question. We have, and thank you for the questions. It really, really helps. So Miguel Hernandez says, great. Thank you. That did answer my question. I really need to learn how to hire VAs to build a system that produces lead generation for my company. Absolutely. Absolutely. You hit the nail on the head. With the automations, it teaches you how to do all of that stuff. With the different workflows and automations that we created, you have reminders that can kind of automatically be done. It's so many things, and we're about to kind of wind down. So I'm not going to go through everything, but if you want to know, it's scrolling down at the bottom. It says www.cleanbizuniversity.com/automations. Go in there. I think AJ has a video up there. You guys can kind of go in and kind of see what the automation entails. If you didn't take the time to answer the questions, right, ask questions here, go there. He'll break it all down for you. All right. Miguel also says, I will definitely look into the program. Thank you. Absolutely. I appreciate you asking questions and stuff like that. Absolutely helps. absolutely wonderful. I appreciate the interaction. AZDG says, does the automation course come with the 1010 program? No, it does not come with the 1010 program. Those are separate programs. I'm actually one of the coaches in the 1010 program. It's a little bit different. I'm not going to put that up here. We actually had, as a matter of fact, tomorrow, let me see what time is the call tomorrow. The call tomorrow is going to be, I believe it's at 1 o'clock Central, 1 p.m. Central time. We will be on a live with the coaches that are in the 1010 program, and they include, and I don't know if everybody's going to be able to make it to that, but it's going to be AJ, myself, Tony Williams, and Brandon Orr. So if you want to get on there tomorrow, come to the live, ask all of the questions that you have in reference to the 1010 program, but they're separate programs. But just so you know, I believe there. But yeah, tune in tomorrow. Come to AJ's live, AJ Simmons, and go to YouTube, and you will be able to catch us on there at 1 o'clock Central. Ask all your questions about the 1010 program, an amazing program, guaranteed $10,000 a month in 10 months, right? Within 10 months. And there's more to it. So go to the 1010 program to kind of hear about that, or come tomorrow, watch us on live at 1 p.m. Okay. Let's see if I answered all of the questions. I did. I answered this one. Like I said, for anybody that's on the other platforms, Facebook, Instagram, or anything like that, I can't see your comments. So do me a favor, come over to YouTube real quick. Put your comments on there before I get off. And I'm getting off in a few minutes. Sorry, I'm getting a notification. I'm trying to see what's going on. All right. All right, cool. Cool beans. Sorry for the distraction. But when my wife texts me, I have to pay attention. But anyway, okay. All right, let's see. So if there are no more questions, it is 6:50. Normally, we would go over to the community, but I'm not able to get into the community and do a live. So I kind of extended the time here. But please do me a favor. Go to www.cleanbizuniversity.com/automations if you want to join the automations program and see how we can take your business to the next level. For those of you that are interested in the 1010 program, tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, I'll be on there with AJ Simmons. I'm one of the coaches in the 1010 program, in addition to Tony Williams and also Brandon Orr. Definitely come over there 1 o'clock tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Okay, and last question before I get off. AZDG, are you guys implementing AI employees? Possibly. It's something that we're working on, and behind the scenes, I can't speak much on it. I know AJ's working on some stuff. I'm working on some stuff. So it's definitely something that you should look into. Definitely it's the way of the future, and it's something that if you don't kind of learn about now, you're going to get left behind. So definitely look into it. We should be kind of talking about stuff like that in the future, but yeah, we are. But when, what, I can't talk about that. But hey, come in at CBN if you join CBN. But this is, once again, this is automations. But get into the ground level, get into CBN, join CBN, get the starter course, get into the family. Once you get into the family, you'll hear a lot more stuff than the stuff that we actually post on YouTube all the time. You know, a lot of the stuff we share in the group that are more personal and, you know, more detailed, more specific, more kind of transparent when it comes to how to do things. If you're in the family, you're in the family, and we kind of look out for you. You join the automations, it's a whole nother level, and you'll be able to kind of reach out to us on a systemized automation level, and we be able to share workflows and systems and automations that we have kind of created for you guys that can get uploaded right into your account. We teach you how to use them if you don't know how to use them. It's just so many things. And then there may be times when if I'm, kind of not too busy, I'll create it for you. If it's something specific that you need, we say, hey, can you do this? Is this possible? If I can figure it out, if it's doable, I'll figure it out, or AJ will figure it out. We'll do it for you, just because you're in automations. But like I said, it's definitely something you should get into. You should kind of do your research on, because it's the wave of the future. It's not even the wave of the future. It's the wave of the current. So many things. If you go to a drive-through right now, let me take this off. You go through a drive-through right now. Just the other day, I went through a drive-through, and I pulled up to the speaker or whatever, and it started talking. I thought I was communicating with a person, right? And they say, "Hey, welcome to. Can I help you with your order? Would you like to? Are you a mobile member? And then would you like to try this, that, and the third? Hey, how you doing?" It sounded good. Then when it stopped talking, then a real person came on. I was like, "Oh my God!" I was talking to an AI the entire time. So it's the wave of the now. It's not the wave of the future, right? I heard a saying, matter of fact, it was today. There's an old guy on, it was kind of like a reel or something like that. He said, yesterday is history. Today is a gift. Tomorrow's not promised, right? So take advantage of the now, right? Take advantage of today. Take full advantage of the opportunity that you have today. So something that you want to learn or something you want to get into, today is the day to do it. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't say I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it next week. No, do it now, right? But in order to do all that stuff, you have to have time. You have to have that free time to be able to kind of focus on doing that thing that you want to do, going on a vacation with your family, reading a book, creating another stream of income. You have to have time to do that. And if you're running a cleaning business and you're just starting and you don't have an automation or systems or processes in place, you don't have that time, right? Automations program teaches you and helps you get that time back so that you can start building and working on that out of the stuff that you want to work on. All right. So don't take tomorrow for granted. Embrace today. Learn as much as you can. And the way to do that is go to www.cleanbizuniversity.com/automations. With that being said, I am Sherman Lewis Jr. I am the owner of Squeaky Clean Commercial Cleaning here in South Carolina. Also the founder of Clean Success Academy, where we do coaching. I do individual coaching, but I'm focused on the 10-10 program also. So if you want to get into the 10-10 program, come tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, and you can hear about the 10-10 program. I also created Clean Success VA Staffing Solutions, and I wrote a book. And all of that was made possible. Why? Because I was able to automate my business. I was able to get my time back. I learned all of that stuff within the automations program. www.cleanbizuniversity.com/automations. With that being said, I'm Sherman Lewis. Catch you next time. Have a great day.
Are you looking to start your own cleaning company? Or maybe you started your cleaning company, but you just need a support group, some mentorship, some guidance. Hell, a bidding calculator just to help you know if you're pricing the job correctly. Join us at cleanbiznetwork.app. That's www.cleanbiznetwork.app today and get on the right track with your cleaning company. We have everything you could possibly need to get you going in the right direction, and see why we've been the leading cleaning business consulting company for the past 5 years, and why they call me, AJ Simmons, the cleaning business GOAT. So I can help you just like I've helped and my company has helped thousands of other people start and grow their cleaning companies. Go to the #1 source today, www.cleanbiznetwork.app. Thank you.